This is the stuff that you do after you've found your great place and after you've signed the lease. In every situation, there are certain people or certain individuals that can really make your life better or worse. And in a renting situation, that tends to be your property manager, the people in the property office, and your maintenance people. And the killing them with kindness philosophy is basically, to be extra friendly to those people, to be extra respectful to those people. They probably put up with a lot of bad mouthing from a lot of people. And if you stand out as the one that's friendly, that's nice to them, that is different from everybody else, then they will probably be, friendly and nice and helpful to you as well, which can really help because, sometimes you need that maintenance person to come fix something and you'd really prefer it right away. And, rather than being put on page 2 of their list, maybe they bump you up a little bit because, you're the one that they enjoy talking to. Maybe if you forget to pay rent one month, instead of getting an eviction notice on your door, you get a phone call that says, "Hey, are you okay?" And both of those, just FYI, are true stories of people that have used this, and that's what's happened. But the better you treat the people that really affect your life, the better they're likely to treat you. So that's my suggestion. But let's get into some physical actions that you need to take as you wrap up this rental process and start your time in your new rental. Action number 1, set up your utilities. This is your trash service, your internet, your gas, your electricity, your water, that kind of thing. Anything that's not paid for and established through your rent or through your property manager needs to be set up in your own name. And you can even do this before you move in. You just call the right company and tell them, this is my move-in date. This is when I need it to start. And that way they can do all the meter reads and all that kind of stuff ahead of time and have you all established when you're ready to move in. Something else you might want to do during these steps is to let the post office know that you've moved and to change your voter registration. The links for both of those services are in the description below this video. Action number 2. And I suggest that you do this before you sleep there for the first time. Please make sure that you have working smoke detectors. Test them, make sure they go off, make sure the batteries work, etc. Same thing with carbon monoxide detectors. Make sure you have one and that it's working. If your door locks were not changed or rekeyed between tenants, I'd recommend a physical way to keep anybody out that might still have a key, whether that was the previous tenants or anybody they might have given a key to. So whether that's a door chain or those little wedge things like you see in the picture, you can put that on the inside of the door and that will slow them down if they start coming through. Or the bars that fit under your doorknob, or they also work in sliding doors to secure it. So, make sure that you're safe and protected from outside people. You might want to check your downstairs windows and doors in particular too, just so you're safe. Action number 3, it's time to inspect the place. It's time to inspect every corner, pull out every drawer, turn on every unit on the stovetop, check to see if the oven works, make sure that the, ice maker works if you have one. Open doors. Do they open and close correctly? Do they seal correctly? Do they lock correctly? Open and close window curtains if there's anything there. Turn on all the faucets, the shower, that kind of thing. Check it all out. And anything that is not working to your satisfaction, make a list of it. Okay? And you want to turn that list into your property manager. I would suggest within 5 days, or your lease might say what time frame that you have to turn it in. But it does 2 things. Number 1, it puts it on the list that, these are things that you would like to have fixed. But it also proves that you're not the one that caused them. So if you have a refundable deposit at the end, if you have that established up front, then you can say, hey, I didn't do that. I told you that as soon as I moved in that, there's carpet burns or there's burns in the carpet over there, but I didn't do it. And make sure that you keep a copy of that list for your own records, just to make sure that, you both have the same thing if there's ever a discussion about the whole thing. I'd also recommend during this step to check your furnace filter. Some people remember to replace them, some people don't, but if it's clogged, it's not going to be doing a very good job for you and could be a fire hazard. Action number 4. Speaking of fire, get some rental insurance. Rental insurance is insurance that you could probably get through the same kind of broker that you maybe get your car insurance through, or another one that somebody recommends. But it protects your items, your furniture, your clothing, whatever. You know, if there is a fire in the building, if there is a broken pipe, they happen all the time. All these things, the property manager will have insurance to insure the building, but your stuff is not covered under that. So rental insurance does that for you, and it's not that expensive. Also, your lease might say that you need to have liability insurance, which protects people who might get injured in your rental place, or a flood insurance in certain locations. So make sure you get all those things covered. Action number 5. Once you've gotten settled a little bit, I highly recommend that you reread your lease. I know you read it the first time and went through it before you signed it. At least I hope you did. And but this is the time to just make sure that all of those specifics, that you understand, you know, what you have agreed to do. It just makes things easier. And, you know, now that you're moved in and whatever, the stress level is down and you can get all those details in place so you know what to do in order to make your life as pleasant as possible while you're in your apartment or your rental. Action number 6. You know, this is the time, just take care of the place. This is, you know, follow the rules. The rules are your lease. Just make things pleasant for you and the people around you. It's easier to follow the rules, honestly, in a rental situation than it is to deal with the consequences. If you want that refundable deposit back, assuming that you have a refundable deposit, you know, take care of it. You know, just keep the place clean and, you know, unbroken and that kind of thing from anything that you do, or your pets do, or your friends do, because you'll be responsible for all of them. And this, back to that friendly reminder of, you know, this is, just keep in mind, you know, when you see those people that really will affect your life, whether they're your rental people, your property manager, your office people, or honestly your neighbors, you know, to kill them with kindness, like we talked about in my story. At this point, hopefully you are set up in your new rental, you're set for the time period of your lease, and hopefully all will go well and you will enjoy it. The description below, again, has the details from this video in them, and there are 3 other videos on renting a place to live. If you haven't seen those yet, you might want to take a look at those. I hope you're enjoying your rental. Take care.